hell's going on here?
Big ups, what's going on? Oh man, I've been busy. Busy, as you can see. Cat, gardening. Got some San Marzano, Roma tomatoes down. I've got some Lemon Boy tomatoes down. I've got a bunch of different basils. I propagated some Thai basil. Got some purple basil, Giavosi basil, Siam basil. Yeah, there's a Siam basil. The Gianovisi, I can't pronounce that, but whatever. That's just sweet basil. That's just the name for the stuff that they grow overseas. So we back at peak fitness. Me and Levi back at it. Woo! We fucking smoked this. Oh shoot! I shouldn't cuss in the first 2 minutes, but whatever. He smoked the hell out of me. Brutal workout. Oops. All upper body stuff. We are highly right now focused on my bench. Everything we're doing is geared towards getting my bench press up to 315 by the end of the year. After today's workout, today I did this pin press, paused, and I hit 195 for 10, which is pretty solid. It felt really, really good. Considering my shoulders were smoked from this week's deadlift workout, not my shoulders, my upper back was sore the whole time, this whole workout. So it was a little weird it felt awkward trying to keep my scapula in place and some other things. But it was great too because we figured out some issues, like with my bench. We noticed my grip and how I hold my wrists is a little wrong. So we fixed that, and now I'm going to have to start paying attention to that and focusing on that. And then we also found an issue with how I essentially push my back. Like right now, I extend my shoulders out too much. So when I'm pushing at the top, I'm pushing my shoulders and everything out of place where they should be. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it effectively. But essentially the way I was told, and you'll see later in the video, is he explained it to me like, here we have put bands down so I can keep my shoulders, touching the bands and just use that as an indicator. But what we figured out was like I need to press my scapula when they're in position, press them in to whatever I'm laying on, though I can't think of what that's called, the backboard, I guess. Anyways, my feet and my back essentially want to press into the earth, kind of, and then use my arms to just push everything out. So I don't think I explained that well, but in my mind, I know what I have to do now. Trying to explain it to someone else is a little is difficult. So, anyways, we went straight into incline. This was rough. I don't really do dumbbell stuff a lot, but he advised me that from now on, that's what I should really be focused on doing. Hey, don't do that. Sorry, the kitten. The kitten is now venturing all over the house. She is downstairs with me and Munchkin, and she is starting to decide what she wants to chew on, so I'm trying to correct that. I don't want her chewing on wires, getting electrocuted. So, anyways, this was a struggle. I started getting fatigued at this point, and not just fatigued, but like I was hitting muscle failure, and my mind was trying to tell my body to stop doing stuff and do this and that. And this is the perfect example of why I enjoy having a personal trainer. There's a kid at school who I was talking with some of the guys in the gym about this and that, and he overheard me, and he stopped for a second, and he was like, if you know how to do the workouts, why are you hiring a personal trainer? And I stopped, and I didn't even have to think. It was like, you should always, one, record what you're doing so you can watch and analyze yourself. But two, I have someone else watch and analyze what I do because I have biases, right? I have my own bias. I have my own stuff. My mind will tell me, oh, you're good. You don't need to do anymore, right? Whereas I have more that I can do, and I can push farther and go farther. That's why That's why, like when I was in the military, I was infantry. That's why being infantry and you have a group behind you, you can do so much more. That's also why mob mentality gets scary, is because people are willing to go a little bit farther and do a little bit more when there's others around them. And there's, as neat as it is too, I just kind of figured out. Oh, I'm sorry. I learned in my psychology class what this is called. I can't remember off the top of my head now. So I guess I didn't. Well, maybe I didn't technically learn it, but yeah. No. Anyways, um, I have a personal trainer because he holds me accountable at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I would have already quit and went home and called this workout a successful day. I would have done my bench. I would have done maybe one or two accessories, and then I would have said, "Oh, I'm smoked. Woo, let's go." But no. Levi's like, "Nope, we're not done." It was funny. Even on the third set of this, we were talking. He's like, "Yeah, we got to do a shoulder press next," and I was like, "What? Shoulder press?" He's like, "Yep." I'm like, "Oh God." But I need that. I need that push. I need that extra person to be like, "Hey, you can do more, and we're gonna do more." So that's why I have a trainer. Um, it's nice. So yeah, this was funny for me too because I didn't realize they were 35s because I was so fatigued at this point that I was just doing whatever he told me to do. He just brought them over and I started doing them. Um, I figured here out that when I was putting my legs like this, it was very, very hard to keep everything in balance and in place. See how I'm still trying to figure out like a good base because everything wants to wobble and it's hard. Watch what happens here next. Legs out, and it's so much easier. There's no struggle now. It was just like whoop, went up. I don't know. I guess maybe we were talking about that afterwards, and we were saying that that's good core strength. That put my legs down means I got good core. So which makes sense. You know what I mean? Beltless 405 squat, 495 deadlift squat, or 495 deadlift beltless. So I got that good base. I'm a freaking dwarf. Not like I mean like a fantasy dwarf. Whatever. You know what I mean. Woo! It was rough. And then here's where everything got interesting. So right here, he's watching, and we've already kind of figured out there's some issues going on, and we've been trying to figure out what it is, right? And he's telling me like, "Yo, your scapula," and I'm like, "What? I don't understand." I'm like, "What do you mean? I don't get it." He's like, "Don't overextend your arms. When you're pushing your arms out, you're pushing them out." And it's funny too because I remember I had watched a video about like doing some stretching and some shoulder shit, and it was like, "Oh, push your shoulders out at the end, extend them." Well, here he is like, "Don't do that. Do this." And I did exactly what he said. It changed everything. Changed everything. It was like, "Oh my gosh, okay, I see what you're saying now." And it's funny too because now it's going to change my range of motion with bench because I'm pushing my shoulders out so that my back is coming off the bench, which is not good. I want my back to stay on the bench, you know what I mean? Scapula and everything tight, and then just boop, use the arms. So, yeah. Exciting times. And this was funny too. We hit muscle failure, and that was his goal, kind of. I mean, that's what he said. He's like, "No, we're going to be hitting muscle failure lots." So, we are doing, essentially what I'm doing right now is this program that we're running is a bodybuilder program. So I'm okay with that. I don't bodybuild, but it will equate to strength. Lots of hypertrophy, essentially, is what we're doing, lots of volume. And yeah, it's kind of cool. The first half of the year, I ran a heavy powerlifting program. And so the rest of the year until competition, I think I'm going to probably gear up and compete in October. But until then, we're going to do a bunch of this. Really, really focus on my upper body and getting my bench press where I would like it to be. And go from there. Because, yeah, when I hit 315 for a bench press, That'll be solid, and that gives me the 1200 total I want. 1200 total, 1210 total for 181 weight class gets me into nationals, and I wanna compete at nationals. So that's the goal. Just us chatting and figuring everything out. I really like this new gym. It's called Peak Fitness. Levi moved on over to this gym, and I moved on over with him because I'm loyal in that way. So, gym's not too bad. It's pretty busy. It's a little commercial for me. Like when I say commercial, I mean like I don't think I would. I probably wouldn't go to this gym unless Levi was. If it wasn't for Levi, it's uh, it's not exactly my style. It's nice. It's just, yeah, it's just not my style. The music they play a lot, and I don't know. I don't know. It's a nice gym. I like it. It's growing on me. To be honest, it's really not bad. I like it. The equipment's nice. The place is clean. It looks really good. Everybody's really friendly. All the equipment's pretty dope. It's busy, but it's not busy enough to where I'm having to like wait for equipment or anything like that. So that's pretty nice. And the price is right. I think for me, I pay what $50 a month essentially. So not too bad. And these lateral raises, baby. Rough stuff. Rough stuff. Woo. Gotta dig deep. Mind is like, ugh, quit. Ugh, you can't do it anymore. It's like, yes, I can. Shut up. We're gonna do it. God, look at Levi. He's huge. And it's so neat too. Look at me though. Look how massive my arms are now. I don't say massive, but look how much muscle you can see. It's so funny. I watched the video from last year when I first started working, when I first started recording stuff. And it's so neat to see like the difference between me then and me now. Wonderful stuff. Proud of myself. Anyways, gym's done. A little bit of home gardening after the gym. Me and the squirrel friend. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. I love you, and goodbye.